Whoa, baby. Hope you're doing well. I'm in the process of clearing everything out. Everything's looking good. We broke the 1 million mark so far. We still have about 200 core golds that I still have to work with. But these are the lower ones that don't go for that much. So these are just going to go to exchange sets. So while doing this, I've noticed a few things about sets as well as certain cards that are going for a lot of coins and sets that are actually being very, very valuable. So I wanted to throw this out here for you guys so you can learn, but we can make some profit, man. Strap in, boys. Let's get it. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Surtsey. We are back with another Madden NFL video, and today I'm going to talk about a couple things that you could potentially do to make coins during Team Diamonds. Because I've had so many gold cards, so I've had a lot of time to actually look at gold cards and figure out what sell and what don't sell and what are really, really cheap value. And then it kind of clicked where I could show you guys a way where you guys can make profit doing team builders as well as 80 to 82 overall sets. Now, before we get into it, if you don't mind leaving a like, sub, comment, all that good stuff, we're growing a little bit every day, man. If you like the video, make sure you like the video and comment down below as well if this helped you out, if you think this is a good idea. And don't forget to sub on the way out, man. It's free for you, doesn't cost you a thing, neither does my love. All right, so let's talk about it here. Now, take it with a grain of salt because it could change. What's right now may not be the same in 2-3 hours, maybe even 20 minutes out. So there's a lot of cards in here, a lot of core elites, I should say, that go for a lot. As you can see, just alone 80s or 81s you could sell for about 12,000 training wise. There are some cards that I've noticed that I've got to sell for a little bit more, such as Dwayne Brown for the Seahawks. As you can see, where's he at? Right here, he goes for 24,000. I pulled him a few times and he's selling consistently for 23 and 24,000. Alex Mack is another one that's selling for really, really good price. What I've noticed is a lot of these 80 and 81s that go into the Team Diamond set have a little bit more value than an average 80 81. The only one that's an exception are kickers and punters, which we will get to that in a minute. But as you can see, Alex Mack is going for 24,000 as well. There's another one that I've noticed, 47,000 coins. I pulled him twice doing this set, which has made me a lot of coins doing it. So there's a lot of cards in here. See, TJ Hawkinson still has value, 16, 17K, 19K from Michael Brockers. There's a lot of value to be made in these core elites right now. So what I've been doing, I'll talk about how you can make coins doing 80 to 82 or potentially make coins doing that. You would want to look for that I've noticed in these sets, 75 to 79, kickers and punters don't go in Team Diamond sets at all. That's the biggest thing that I've noticed. That being said, it has tanked the price for those cards. Now, as you know, for the 80 to 82 exchanges, you need 6 75 to 79 cards. If you go to kickers and punters and try to snipe these cards for very, very cheap, as you can see, 1,400 coins for this kicker right here. If you can get 6 of them for about 1,500 coins a pop, you'll only be spending 9,000 coins. Now, even if you get a bad card, for example, even if you get a bad card in 80 overall, you know you can sell it for 11. So you're going to make a little profit, about 1,000 coins there. But the risk of potentially pulling one of the big ones that can make you 30 and 40,000 is definitely worth it. Now, I'm going to do one for you guys and see 1,300 cheap cards. And these will all go into the exchange sets, which will give me a shot at a core elite that could potentially be worth something. With doing so many gold cards, that this is potentially a way to get more profit. And I'll show you another way that you could potentially make really good profit. We bought one for 1,300. We bought another one for 1,500. So we spent about 2,800 coins. I'm going to buy this one for 1,700. If you can get them for like 16 or below or 15 and below, that's huge. But as I was saying, if you can get it for like 15, 1,600, I mean, the potential to make good profit on here is very high. I mean, you're going to make profit regardless, but I guess the profit could be higher. It is a risk. Obviously, it's all luck based because you need to hopefully pull something good in the exchange set, and not necessarily all the time that these punters and kickers go up for 1,500 to 1,300 coins, but it happens a lot more frequently than you think. I've got a lot of them for 1,500, a lot of them for 1,600. It doesn't really work with any other positions I've noticed because most of those cards are going to be required into the sets, obviously. So that's why, like, if you go to the quarterback, we'll buy this one for 1,700. If you're going through like quarterback, if you go through left end, halfback, they're a little bit higher, about 2,000 to 3,000, if not more, depending on the card, because you need to put them into sets. We're about 9,400 coins to make this set. Okay, so let's go to the set and we'll try to get lucky and see if we can pull one. Again, you can, if you pull like Alex Mack, if you pull that Lions card, that's 40K, and I've sold him a couple times for about 30 to 35. I haven't seen him get up to 40 before. If you can get lucky with one of those, you could hit. Now, it might be time where you might pull a team of the week card or anything like that, but we know that you could sell an 80 for almost 12K. You're still going to be making some profit. All right, so let's go to the player exchange. We're going to do 80 to 82. We're going to take these kickers and punters that we just got. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of this set too because I pretty much gone through every single gold card I have. I just been breaking it up by teams and putting them on the block that have value, and the rest I just put in that set, or I hold on to them to make the next set that we're going to talk about. Okay, so we got 6 of them in here. We'll get one of these. We spent, as you know, how much was it again? 9,400 coins. If we can get lucky with this, then we're going to make some profit. This one's going to be a core elite, which is going to be 80 Cooper Cup. Okay, I don't know how much Cooper Cup's going for, but let's go and see how much his value is. Cooper Cup, to me, it doesn't seem like he would have a lot of value, but you never know. Cooper Cup, how much you going for him right now? You are sitting at 15,000. Cool. So if I sell him for 15,000, it's going to be roughly about 13.5 after tax. So we do 13.5 minus 9,400. You're making about 4,000 profit just doing that, and that's just buying. So it may not be like that every single time. I feel like eventually the correlates are going to kind of start settling down, but for right now, it might be a way to do it. You're not going to get something big like that every single time. It's worth a shot because there's a lot of cards in here that are 80. Justin Reed's another one that's 25,000. There's a lot of these cards in here that are 20 plus for an 80 overall. Same thing with an 82. There's some in there that are 25, 26,000. So I think it was worth a shot to show you guys this. Now there's one more that you could potentially do, and it has to do with team builders. As we know, team builders, you need both team builders for whatever team you're doing to complete a team diamond set. You just have to look and see which one's the most expensive. You can use Mutthead or Mutt.gg, whichever one you want to use. Team builder wise, the minimum you can get away with is about 40K, give or take, right? About 40K. Teams that people actually want, I've noticed, are the Bills. As you can see, 49,051. Devin Singletary, the only one, is 49,000 there. Falcons could potentially be another one as well. Look, about 37. Maybe if you have to get the offensive player, you could probably put him up for 45. 49er wise, Debo's going for 47. The defensive player is going for almost 50K. Cowboys, I believe CD was going for a little bit more earlier. Jalen's going for 45. CD's going for 47. So we'll say roughly, if you look for the highest one, there's probably more out here that might have more value. You just have to look through each team to see who's running for the most. Ravens is another one, but we'll say roughly about 45K. As you can see here, for a team builder, what you're going to need is 3 80 to 82s and 3 75 to 79. So what I've been doing that I've noticed that you can do on here as well, which I'm probably going to continue with the rest of the golds I have, is probably to start doing team builders, is I'm going to go ahead and snipe kickers or punters. We'll do another one together to see what we can get it for, but you want to try to get kickers and punters very, very cheap. And you want to try to build that set for as cheap as possible. The hardest part is trying to get an 80 to 82 for decently cheap, because they're a little bit higher now, but there are some in there that people still put up for 8 or 9,000. Build one of these up. We'll take this one for 1,500. We'll take probably the other two as well. So we bought all 3 of those, one for 15K and 2 for 16K. So we'll add that in there. So far we spent 4,700 coins to try to build this set. What we're going to go ahead and do now is try to get an 80 to 82 for at least below 10K to 80 and 82s. Now again, take this with a grain of salt because it could change. But this is just what I've noticed, just doing so many sets and selling so many cards and looking at a bunch of stuff. Probably want to just do like teams at this point, because we want to try to get something for dirt cheap. As you can see, Dave Montgomery's going for 25,000. So there's a lot of those 80 to 82s that have a lot of value. But I've been noticing, just if you stick on buy now is what you want to do. You don't have to flip it to newest if you don't want to. 8,000. Good. Good. Give me this. Oh no. Missed it. That would have been a really good one. I'm just going to do it for the sake of the video and time. I'm just going to get this one for 10,750. Again, I would just be patient and wait and don't try to spend so many coins doing this, because again, you want to try to make as much as possible. You would get that for 10,750, right? That's another one for 10,750, but I would like them a little bit cheaper. We're going to sit here. You can go through 80 and 81s. You can also go to 82s as well. Of course, don't go higher than 82. 10,600. For the sake of time, I'm going to buy this one for 10,600. I would like it less than 10,000. That's okay. So we will add this into the mix. So plus 10,600. Look at about 26,000 so far. If I can get it like 35,000, that might be good. 10,150. We'll take this one if we can get it. Perfect. Let's add it in there. So 10,150. So in total, we spent 36,200. Okay. We found that, you know, the Bills is a pretty high one. I'm going to just do the Bills one because that's the one I've noticed is selling a little bit more consistency. And we'll put him up for about 48. If he sells for 48, right? So 36,000. So 48,000 minus 4,800 equals 43,250 minus 36,000. It can make you about 7,200 coins. Again, it's not going to break the bank. But if you can get those 80s and 81s for decently cheap, I mean, you can make some really, really good coins under there. I feel like you can probably make more profit doing the kicker and punter and just doing the 80 and 82s, because they're so cheap and it doesn't cost too much to do it. Only 6 of them at 1,500 a piece. Not a good mathematician by any means. If you can get them for like 8,000 total, 9,000 total, and get a little bit of luck in there, you could pull one that goes for 25, maybe 30K. So just something to keep in mind. This is what I've noticed just doing, clearing all these gold cards out to potentially help you try to make them. Or if you wanted to do a team diamond set, this is a way that you can get it for a little bit cheaper as well, man. If you like the video, make sure you like the video and comment down below as well if this helped you out at all or what you would change. Me, if you're going to try to do any of these, for sake of time wise, I'd probably just do the kicker and punter and do the exchange to 8082, because like I said, there's a lot of them in there that have a lot of value for 20,000 plus coins. I mean, you make it for 9,000, you pull one and you can sell it for 23, 24. You're making to what, over 10K a pop every time you do it, and it goes relatively quick, man. If you like the video, make sure you like the video and comment down below as well if this helped you out or if there's anything else you would change. Don't forget to sub on the way out, man. Stay happy, stay healthy, guys. Tell your mom and tell your daddy. Catch you guys on the next video.